monster inside of me. You better watch out if you ignite me's a road ahead of full prophecy. To be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the sword. Never getting bored, loves the blood and gore. Always wanting more freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force departed. If you start shit, you'll be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You'll be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. Adrenaline pressure, it's stormy weather, lightning, thunder, pouring weather. Yo, I'm a go-getter, try to do it like me, but I do it better. I got a mind that's clever, the beast inside is competitive as ever. I'm conscious, my subconscious, an accomplice to me. I promise the darkness, I can honest believe. But don't cross me, I might lose control of the lost beast. He's locked away inside with the key controlled by fight or flight. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to actually unmute myself. Sorry about that. Anyways, hello, people. I'm starting early because K-Huck is going to be streaming later, and I wanted to be able to raid her and send all of you to spam Poppy in her chat, if that's cool with all of you. Let's see who we got. We have Battle Puppet. We have a Pigeon Salad. We have a Spectre, DVD and Film Bloke, Censored. And welcome to one of my favorite things to do. Now, anybody who has watched my videos and stuff know I really love mysteries. I was a really big fan of Unsolved Mysteries growing up, and I created my own series called Some Interesting Mysteries, and I loved doing them. The problem is, they were not very many people saw them, but you want to know something? I have fun making them. So I thought, since I am streaming now, for the fun of it, I am going to show 4 mysteries. And you in the chat, after I give all the facts of the case, I want you to come up with your own conclusions and own theories and share them in the chat. We have 4 mysteries, like I said. And I'm going to start with one of the most bizarre ones that I've ever come across. But first, just a little bit of a side note. February 2nd, I'm going to be doing a special stream called The Deep Dive into Mama Max. And then the 3rd, we're going to be doing Cooking with Cobra, this time with sushi. Then next week, we'll be back at possibly our regular time. I don't know, because I'm thinking about changing the True Crime Wednesdays streams to 5:30. So, yeah, I'm going to actually try to see about doing that. Hang on one second. I am getting messages when I'm actually streaming. I should not pay attention to my frickin' Discord, but what can you do? But anyways, where was I? I'm probably thinking about moving the Wednesday streams to 5:30. If you guys, just let me know what you guys think about that, okay? But for now, let's go into the first of 4 mysteries, shall we? The first one takes place in June 3rd, 1991 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Sometime that night, a truck driver named Edward Colon, I don't know how to say it actually, it's Eduardo Colon, checked into a Super 8 motel, renting a room for 2. He was supposed to check out of the room on June 4th, because he only rented the room for a night. Somehow, this slipped through the staff's knowledge, working at the Super 8, because he didn't check out on the 4th or the 5th. On June 5th, staff opened the room and Eduardo wasn't there. He had vanished, never to be heard from again in this story. But what they found in the hotel was a grisly sight. Staff had to use a screwdriver to get into the room. At first, nothing was out of the ordinary. Just multiple empty bottles of alcohol on the table and some photographs and some clothes. As if somebody was still there. It is when staff went into the bathroom that they came across the body of a woman, hanging from a shower by a suitcase strap. Though it is assumed that she had died on June 3rd or early morning on June 4th, the body was severely decomposed. The only clue of who this woman might have been were photographs on the table, which I am going to now show the photographs on the table. This is one of them. This is supposedly a picture of Eduardo and the mysterious woman, who looks really, really freaky in this photo. This photo actually scares the crap out of me. So, guys, enjoy the creepy-looking woman, okay? While I continue the story. It is thought the pictures were taken at a mall just before Eduardo checked into the motel. The woman had heroin and alcohol in her system, and her death was ruled a suicide. Now here comes where the mystery deepens. She had no identification on her. Her fingerprints and dental records didn't come up with any name. Eduardo's family was found after some time because they had a hard time trying to find his family. It was to the point where he had already passed away by the time they found his family. But when they showed this picture, this woman, or this man, wasn't Eduardo. This man was a completely different person. So who was the man that rented the room for the night? Well, there was a possible clue that was found on a scale in the room. There was a name on a scale that was used possibly to weigh packages of drugs. The name was George Martinez, which, let's face it, that is a very, very common name. So common that it's like finding a needle in a haystack. This woman has gone 32 years unknown. That was until, and by the way, here's the picture of a postpartum reconstruction. Sorry, I had a cough. Anyways, where was I? This woman's identity is still known, but on March 2021, investigators got a tip that the woman's real name might be Becca. She might have been from Los Angeles County, because there was a Becca that was reportedly flew from Los Angeles to Albuquerque. And I get it that I seen earlier, hold on, Albuquerque sounds like Bugs Bunny forgot to take his turn. Thank you, Battle Puppet, for bringing some levity. So we have a name, Becca, and that is it. Now I'm going to go over the characteristics and clothing, because maybe if you've been to the Albuquerque area or the Los Angeles area, maybe you know something about this. First, the characteristics. She had curly strawberry blonde hair. Her eyes were either gray or hazel. There was no scars, no marks, no tattoos on her body. She had heroin in her system at the time of death, and it was possibly of Hispanic descent. Her clothes. A multicolored bikini underwear size M6. Multicolored tank top, one size, Trends brand. A white denim slack with zippers near the lower lateral aspects of the legs. 3 white metal earrings. Wide metal silver gold bracelet. A dark blue or black suede purse and patterned pocketbook. Now, before we move on to get your guys' theories, there's one thing I have to show. This person named Cultural Armadillo 2 years ago posted, I've probably identified the Albuquerque Jane Doe, aka Becca. So these couple of days I've been searching concerning the Albuquerque Jane Doe, aka Becca, that was found in 1991. I've been really invested in her case. God damn it, I can speak. While searching for missing people in California, I found a similar looking girl called Rebecca that was born in 1961, which would make her 30 in 1991. She was last seen in Brentwood in 1977. She disappeared with her sister and her sister's boyfriend. There are a lot of similarities between Rebecca and Becca. They both had hazel eyes, ginger hair. Becca is possibly Hispanic, while Rebecca is also Hispanic. And he links to this page. Now, this picture, it could be her, it could not be, but it is worth mentioning that it could be a completely different person, but it is a nice thing to keep an idea of what is going on with this whole entire case. So, with that said, that is the story of Becca. Now, I am going to open the floor to all of you in the chat. I'm going to give about 3 or 4 minutes. All of you, give me your theories on what happened to Becca and who she could possibly be, if you have a theory. And I promise I will not yell at people for bad theories. You know what? The photos of identifying people are creepy in a way. I don't mean reconstruction photos. Yeah, I know. There are a lot of creepy photos of people who have died. I don't get it, but, you know, it is one of those things that just make you just go, what the fuck? You know? Oh, by the way, I have to do something really quickly. I have to check something. When you guys can, Murder and maybe Rebecca, although you did say the BF also disappeared. Yeah, nobody knows where he is. And there was heroin found in her system, so it's a really weird case if you think about it. But like I said, give me all your opinions. While you're doing that, I am going to check something really quick. Because our resident funny man, Quiet Try, decided to upload a bunch of sound bites in my freaking server. So I want to see if they actually play through this. Because if they can, I can just use that for the brutality theme. So let me know if you guys can hear this.
This is my brutality!
Let me know if you can hear that. And hello, Madam Hellfire, and thank you. The Becco photo was probably intended to be funny, but it's probably content. Yeah, I'm still flabbergasted that the suitcase strap was used. You'd be surprised how weird shit, the many weird things that people can, you know, come up with to end their lives. Now that you guys can hear that, I want to show you one of the other ones that he put up. Okay? I am sorry for this because if there's a couple of people lurking, but...
No, don't! No, Slimmy, I just want to touch the ball!
Hello, Quiet Try. Welcome to the stream. That's right. For some reason, he decided to put the Minxie edit I did where I want to touch the ball, but he also put in... What in the titty fuck is that? And don't be a cunty McFuckface. Okay?
Stream or fail. Stream or fail. I just had a stream or fail.
So I might use those for sound effects while we're going through this stuff, guys. Sliding into the stream, it's been raining outside my house, Knox. Right? Yeah, I know. Well, it's not been raining outside my house. It's been really, really, really fucking snowy and windy and stuff. And by the way, if I seem a little bit distracted, I'm gonna be completely honest and stuff. I'm trying to quit smoking, so I'm literally like about a lot of things. But like I said, the reason why I started early is so that we can all spam Poppy to K-Huck later. And he touched me winky. Yes, he touched me winky. I need that. I need somebody to actually find a fucking sound of that so I can put that on here too. And we're going to be using the Discord for the soundboard for right now until I can get a soundboard. So, but let's move on to the next mystery, shall we? This one is one of my favorites, and I'm just going to say this. I'm going to fix this really quickly because I forgot to put this in theater mode. There we go. The Lost Cosmonaut theory is one of my favorite theories, but I'm not going to go through the whole entire thing because the whole entire story is just very convoluted, and I've been spending way too much time researching Mama Max with Pidgey to really want to freaking go into everything about it. You said Rebecca disappeared with her sister's BF. If Rebecca is the missing BF, the man is in this case. I don't know. She owned gold herself, Knox, and I typed in the party animal stream in chat. At least you touched the puck, am I right? Aha. Nice. You know what? For that one, we're going to play it. We're going to play it. Hold on.
No, don't! No, Slimmy, I just want to touch the ball!
There. All for you guys. Anyways, I'm only going to touch on the recordings for the Lost Cosmonaut theories. Okay? Because there's a lot of different things. Yeah, Minxie was funny in that. So, Didn't Doctor Who use this as a plot device once? I don't know. I've never watched Doctor Who. I know. Shocking. I know. I am a... Don't be a cunty McFuckface. Okay? Okay? Anyways, I'm going to get into the notes really quickly. And then we're going to play... Because this is the audio of it, guys. So this is going to get very, very creepy. But like I said, I'm not going to go over the Lost Cosmonaut story. I didn't have enough time to do a really deep dive. So the Judea, I can't say their last name, but brothers Achille and Giovanni Battista were amateur radio operators. They set up their own listening station in Turin, and using a disused German bunker at the site called Torre Bert, they put together a listening station from salvaged and improvised equipment. They claim to have listened to the Sputnik 1 and 2 transmissions, as well as U.S. transmissions from Explorer 1. What they're famous for is they recorded these transmissions, and in 1960 they began to release these recordings. Of the supposed missions from the Soviet Union that were conducted that remained covered up because they failed. Because in some, also, they depict the sounds of cosmonauts dying in space from failed missions. The list of these recordings go as follows. In 1960, a unnamed cosmonaut lost in his orbiting space capsule veered off course. In November 1960, the brothers picked up an SOS message in Morse code from a troubled spacecraft. In February of 1961, they recorded the suffocation of a cosmonaut. In April of 1961, just prior to Yuri Gagarin's flight, a capsule circled the Earth 3 times before re-entering the Earth's atmosphere. It was a mysterious one, and that's a different subject. In May of 1961, weak calls for help from an orbiting capsule. In October 1961, a Soviet spacecraft veered off course and vanished into deep space. In November of 1962, a space capsule bounced off Earth's atmosphere during re-entry and disappeared. I can speak English. May of 1963, an unnamed female cosmonaut perished on re-entry, and that's one of the ones we're going to listen to, yes. April of 1964, cosmonaut lost when capsule burned up on re-entry. Now, I'm going to play the videos, and then I'm going to go into why a lot of people think that these are fake, okay? So, we're going to play this video. I'm going to link it in the chat. And again, I want you to listen to these, and I want you to make up your own opinion, okay? Of course, we have to start with the Sputnik 1 recordings. And yes, these are actual recordings. I'm sorry, am I the only one who finds this sound creepy? Oh, this is the other thing. They actually were able to capture the heartbeat of the dog that was sent into space with Sputnik 2. And I'm just going to say this. Fuck the Russia or Soviets because this dog perished in space. Fuck the Russians. Or Soviets, not Russians. Dying breaths of a cosmonaut in February 1961. You guys got to listen to these closely. Okay. You hear that? Did you guys hear that? It sounded like somebody breathing. Listen again. You can literally... Hi, Nox, who dis? This is Lost Cosmonauts, Devastator. Failed re-entry of a cosmonaut in May of 1961. This is one of the longer one, and it's going to be translated. So, yes, this is creepy as fuck. But welcome, Devastator. I'm going to read the translation for you guys. It says, "Isn't this dangerous? Talk to me. Our transmission begins now. I feel hot. I can see flame. Am I going to crash? Yes, I feel hot. I will re-enter." Remember, this is in Russian. So if you can speak Russian, cool. I can't. I'm letting this play a little bit so you guys can hear everything, but this is supposedly a female Russian cosmonaut who burned up on re-entry. And by the way, there is a famous case where a Soviet cosmonaut did burn up in re-entry. The heat shield failed, and they actually showed off the body afterwards, and I'm not going to post that shit because we're not about the blood and gore, but it is creepy. Now I feel like kind of like Madam Hellfire right now because I'm literally listening to creepy shit on stream with you guys and I'm fucking thinking, yeah, this is just nightmare fuel, isn't it? You can actually hear slightly in the voice, probably fake. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was real. I don't know if it's real. All I know is, why is old-timey fucking recordings some of the more disturbingly creepy fucking recordings out there? I'm pretty sure that you could put this into a fucking ARG and it would fucking work really well. It keeps breaking into English a bit. Yeah, I'll talk about the skepticism in a second. Okay, Battle Puppet? Just hold on to your knickers, man. How long is this one? Oh, it's really long. I didn't know it was that long. Okay, I'm just going to stop it there because you guys can hear a lot of things. Now, I'm going to go over the skepticism. Audio transcripts do reveal inconsistencies. Cosmonauts are supposed to be Soviet Air Force pilots and should follow a standard of communication protocols, such as identifying themselves when speaking and using correct technical terminology. None of them are present in the recordings. And the recordings contain disjointed sentences and grammatical errors, and sometimes English. So therefore, there's a lot of people who think these are fake, and there's a lot of people who will claim that these are real. So I'm going to leave it up to you guys. Do you feel that the Lost Cosmonauts, the recordings of the Lost Cosmonauts are real or are they fake? My opinion, they're fake. But they're creepy as fuck and worth talking about. So I want to hear from you now. Tell me if you think they're real or fake. Okay? And while you're doing that, I'm going to set up for the next part, which I am going to really quickly do something. I don't normally do this on stream, but because I kind of need to get a drink really quick, I am going to do a BRB. But I'm going to try to find music really quickly while you guys are discussing in the chat if you think they're real or fake. So I'm trying to find good music here for you guys to listen to while I'm off getting a drink. And I promise I'm not going outside or anything. I'm just going to go get a drink. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. This will work. So I will be right back. I really, really need to go get something to drink because my throat is fucking dry, okay? So this is going to be a short break, but at the same time, I wanted to give you guys something to listen to besides...
What in the titty fuck is that?
Or...
No, don't! No, Slimmy, I just want to touch the balls!
Okay, so I'm going to be right back. Yeah, sorry about that. I also had to use the bathroom really quickly because I have old man bladder. So let's see what the consensus is. The consensus is that it seems to be that it's completely fake. I agree with all of you. But Monty Python transmission music, nice DVD and film broke. But let's go to the next one. And for the last two, I did not write notes for. Not because I'm lazy, but because I have no fucking clue how to even manage to fucking figure out how to deal with this shit, okay? So I decided that the best course of action would be to just go to the source for it. And so for the next one, I gotta get rid of this music. We are going to Reddit. Home of everyone's favorite degeneracies. This is called the Goodwill photograph. I'm going to show the photographs, but really quickly, mysterious old picture allegedly found in a photo album bought at Goodwill. Is it a photo of two men in a serious danger? Is it a movie scene? Or did someone photograph a training session or hazing? I came across this old photo on a Reddit post. Someone in a mom's group I am in on Facebook said that someone she knows found this in a book at a Goodwill. I'm going to show the photo really quick. Look at that photo. Look at it closely. You see two men, one right here and one right here. They're in what looks to be a creek, sitting while one's face down, and their arms are tied behind their back. So, that's disturbing, right? Let's continue. She claims to have given it to police. My first thought was it was probably from a movie, but I can't find anything on TinEye. I don't know what TinEye is. Thoughts and stuff like that. Through reverse image searches, I tracked down the Facebook group the photo came from. True Crime Uncensored Discussions. I don't have a Facebook account, so I can't send a request to join the group. All information I read about this photo came from people who claimed they discussed it in groups like that one, and from these screenshots of the original post. Now I'm going to pull up the original thing. This photo was found in a book at Goodwill. Wow, fuck. I can just read this one. It's the same thing, isn't it? Yeah, it's the same thing. This photo was found in a book at Goodwill. Tell me your thoughts of what you see. No, I didn't find it. This photo was in a book given through donations at a Goodwill in Washington State. Again, you got this photo, and again, they're just claiming that it was in a photo album in a Washington State Goodwill. Now, if you don't know what Goodwill is, it's basically a thrift store. You can pick up anything. So there are a couple of theories about this that I mentioned. Theory 1, this photo is from a set of a low-budget horror film. Theory 2, this photo was taken during some military training session or some sort of fraternity hazing. Theory 3, these men in the photos are tied up against their will and are in serious danger when the photo was taken. Now, there's not much information about this. I tried Googling this and it just came up with nothing. Just this Reddit post and these photos. Now, to me, it is an old photo. I can tell you that. Maybe early 90s, maybe 80s, maybe even 70s. And I'm basing that off of how deteriorated it is and by the clothing style, because the guy's hair kind of looks like something you would see in the early 80s and late 70s, but he also looks like an older gentleman, and older gentlemen tend to hold on to their hairstyles that they've worn for years and years and years, so it could be even the 90s. Now, I can't tell what they're tied with. I can't tell what they're doing. This could be a low-budget horror film. You see a shadow right here, and there are some people who believe that the shadow, if you look, I'm going to zoom in here. If you look, it looks like they're holding something, like a gun. And there's obviously something in the shadows right here that seems to have a window because it has this. So it could be a car door, or it could be just, I don't know. But this looks like it's in the middle of nowhere. And it looks like these two people are tied up in a lake getting ready to be drowned. So that's the whole entire fucking mystery. Is what is happening in this photo? Is it a crime? Is it hazing? Or is it a film? It really does look like a photo from the section of Deliverance at Burt Reynolds' movie of 1972. Well, if it's Washington State, probably Bigfoot. Yeah, Bigfoot kidnapped these people and is holding them for ransom because, you know, that shit happens. Oh, fucking hell. DVD and film bloke. Really?
He touched my winky. He just touched my dick.
Thank you, DVD and film bloke. I will add those later, okay? He touched my winky. That's going on there. Trust me. You know, because I have this.
No, Slimmy, I just want to touch the ball.
So yeah, my opinion is that I have no fucking clue. And I'm not trying to do a cop-out because, honestly, this could be a staged photo. This could be fucking a fucking picture from a fucking film. It's hard to really tell because you can't really tell who's in the photo. For all I know, this could be Burt Reynolds and this could be Deliverance, though Deliverance was filmed in Georgia. For all we know, this could just be just somebody's poor attempt at fucking stupidity. I don't know. I think it's just a kink. Muskie Mike, the hairmonger, you got a point. There are two variants of the ones that start, he touched my wing, he touched me. Okay, let me see what, okay. I'll do this, DVD and film bloke, just for you. Which soundbite should go on the channel, on the, in the server, okay? Here's the first one. If you pick pick one or two. This is the first one.
He touched my winky. He just touched my dick. It's on the side. I got a 9-inch.
Or
He's touched my leg. He touched my winky. He just touched my dick. It's on the side. I got a 9-inch.
for the one that has he touched my leg, put a 2. For the one that just goes he touched me winky, put a 1. How's that? So, honestly, like I said, I don't know what this is. It could be It could literally just be a photo from a film set. But you can't really tell the faces. So therefore, I can't really speculate. Oh, we got a 1. We got a 2. Battle Puppet needs to vote. Oh, a 2. DVD and Film Bloke needs to. His own freaking stuff. Anyways, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to talk about the last one. Now, this one is going to be a full video. I chose to do a full video on this because while I could just fucking do notes and stuff, I feel that it would be boring for y'all. So I found somebody who covered it really well. Oh, crap. Well, 2. I guess I'm putting 2 because it seems like people want the 2. But I chose to pick a YouTuber, and this is an older video. I'm never going to put an actual full video on. This is 10 minutes and 44 seconds long. It is the story of the Snapchat intruder. And I picked Chilling Scares for this because he does a better job covering it than a lot of people that I've seen. And he does it with less time. Okay? So we're going to watch this video together. We're going to pause. We're going to talk about some things about it. But I want you to watch this video with me. It's going to be an experience.
The same day it was created, the account uploaded...
Hold on. Why did that start like that?
In 2015, a Reddit account was created under the name Skinna55.
Oh, look, it's somebody who dubs her voice down a little bit and does a better job than Mama Max. Sorry, I know this is not the Mama Max stream, but you want to know something? I don't give a fuck. I have to pick on Mama Max.
5. The same day it was created, the account uploaded a post titled, "Took a Snapchat for my friends. Something is in the background that has me freaking out." The account looks to have been created solely for the purpose to upload the post, seeing that they were done on the same day. The post itself contains photos and videos taken on Snapchat, but first the user gives some backstory. He starts by clarifying how he and his partner had purchased a house that wasn't yet fully constructed.
Hold on a second. Bully him, Poppy. Who's bullying who? Why are we bullying? Oh, bullying Mama Max. Yeah, I'll fucking bully him on fucking Friday, and so won't fucking Pidgey. Pidgey's going to be joining us. So...
Needing somewhere to stay while that was being done, and wanting to save cash, they moved back into his childhood home with his parents for the time being. Now, his parents had 3 Australian...
If I remember right, this actually takes place in Australia. But do not quote me on this.
...native birds. Some of his friends knew this, and were asking him to send videos of what they looked like, what their names were, etc. Instead of responding to everyone, he decided to post the birds on his Snapchat story. He took 3 videos, one after the other, for each of the 3 birds. These are those videos.
Now we're going to go into the videos. We're going to see some burbs. Now, everyone, enjoy the burbs because it's going to get a little bit fucking more disturbing as soon as we get into what is seen in these videos.
So the first one of my parents' little birds is this little guy. It is...
Yeah, this is in Australia.
Little Leo. He's a cockatiel. Second little bird of my parents is a rainbow lorikeet. His name is Oliver.
That is really
There he
dark.
is. Here I am with my good little mate.
I paused it because I want to see if you guys can notice what's in this shot that is slightly disturbing. Good, he deserves it, Knox. He turned the victim story into his own popularity clown show and made it a laughing stock. He sucks. Yeah, Daniel J., I'm going to be talking about him on Friday with Pidgey. Anyways, guys, I want you to look at this. I paused it right here for a reason. I want you guys to look at this image and you tell me what is off about it. I'm going to wait until somebody answers. Give me some answers, guys. What do you see in this image that might suggest a bit of what the fuckery? In fact, this is so what the fuckery that I have to do this. What in the titty fuck is that? Perfect. Perfect for what I'm thinking. Yeah, there's something in the door frame. And why did that fucking disappear like that? Okay.
Nothing.
He posted these videos without worrying about any retakes or
There is the door from before. Okay? You notice there's nothing there.
what they looked like. He didn't even really look over them before uploading them to his story. 15 minutes went by when he received a text message about the videos from one of his good but not great friends. It read, "You bearded beast, those birds are mad."
By the way, what was that? What the fuck was that in the window behind you in that last one? That's what I want to
By
know.
the way, what was that in the window behind you in the last one? Having no idea what he was talking about, he went back and rewatched the last video he posted. It wasn't until the third or fourth rewatch.
Now, we saw the same door, same window from last time. There was no reflection. There was nothing in it. Now look at it. There is something right here.
When he finally saw what his friend was talking about.
Here I am with my good little mate.
And they're going to do some video enhancements on this just to drive the point home that there is something in that doorway.
Over his shoulder in the back, behind a screen door, it almost looks like someone looking in with their hands cupped against the
Yeah, it does. It looks like somebody with their hands cupped over their eyes.
door, like they're trying to better see inside. Although, considering the poor quality of the Snapchat video, it's hard to tell. But clearly something is there. A few people who saw the post tried giving the video different effects to try and enhance it.
That's what it looks like with one enhancement. Just kind of looks like somebody with no head going, or somebody that could be somebody's head. Who knows?
This only went on to further prove that something or someone was really there. One person tried isolating the figure, and this is what they came up with.
Are you guys ready for this? Looks like an artifact. Yeah, it does look like an artifact, but there's something about it that's just weird because you're going to see the enhancement.
And here I am with my good little mate.
I'm going to rewind that a little bit. I want you to look at it again.
And here I am with my good little mate.
It's more of an artifact, but at the same time, you can see that there's something either outside or is just a reflection that you couldn't see before. It could be lighting. It could be a lot of different things. But it's still fucking disturbing.
Nothing.
And you gotta love the bird.
Digging deeper, a few people started to notice that the person must have just then showed up. In the first video, the same screen door is shown
Exactly. The same screen door. But I think that the angle is a little bit different.
in the background, but no figure can be seen. In an edit to the post, the Redditor explains how the 3 videos were shot back to back, with maybe 10 seconds between each. This
That is a lot of... That's not very much time between.
means that at some point in the few seconds between the filming of the first and third video, the figure...
Battle Puppet's losing his mind right now, so this is Battle Puppet right now. What in the titty fuck is that? That's Battle Puppet right now. I don't think it's a reflection because of the placement of the hands. Exactly. I don't think it is either, but it could be artifacts. Could be something. I'm going to get into the theories after I get through these videos. There's a couple of other videos in this series of videos that we need to get through first before I actually come up with my theory.
goes up to the door. Something else of note is the Redditor was home alone at the time he had taken these videos. The door the figure is looking in from leads to the backyard.
For some reason, I'm just going to say this. There's a crease right here, so it looks like somebody is holding their hands against the glass, but pressing their bare butt cheeks there too. And if that's the case, don't do that.
Which is only accessible by a single gate that's kept locked. A few commenters pointed out that it could have simply been a reflection, but in another edit, the Redditor mentioned how there was no glass in front of the figure. The only thing between the backyard and the inside of the house was a fly screen sliding door, meaning there's almost no way it could have been a reflection.
Okay, that is the actual one of the doors with it.
Included in the post were a couple follow-up videos to show this.
So this is the door.
I honestly think that door was open, this back door, because you would be able to see the reflection of these chain links.
That's the screen.
I don't know what this part is. I don't, but it's really weird. Just saying, really weird to just do that stuff.
Perhaps one of the most disturbing parts of the Reddit post is where he explains exactly why the video freaks him out so much. When he was a kid living in the same house, he used to get episodes of sleep paralysis around once a month.
Please, my sleep paralysis demon just gives me cookies. Just like, hey, I'm really worried about your anxiety levels. Here, have some cookies. I'll eat your soul later, but for right now, just have some cookies.
He would wake up in the middle of the night completely paralyzed, with the sense that someone was in his bedroom with him, which is pretty common for those that get sleep paralysis. He recalls going to a child psychologist, which actually did help until roughly age 14, where the episodes started coming back.
By the way, sleep paralysis is kind of, I don't know if it's normal, because I've only had it like 3 times in my life, but I think everybody has sleep paralysis at least once in their life. I think everybody vividly dreams at least a couple of times in their lives. I have had dreams where I know I'm fucking dreaming, but I'm feeling like I'm already awake. It's a weird fucking feeling, and I normally get those when I'm overly stressed.
However, this time he would occasionally hear and see things, which again is common for people that get sleep paralysis. The things he heard was nothing more than thumps and creaks, but rather it was what he saw that he remembered. Very rarely he would see a man looking in his bedroom window holding up his hands to the glass, just like the figure.
Honestly, that's probably a dream, but it's still fucking creepy to think of there's a man just looking in your window, especially if you're a kid.
This left him to wonder whether what he saw when he was a kid was his mind imagining it during sleep paralysis, or an actual real person. For the next few days, the Skin of 555 Reddit account went silent. But shortly after came a follow-up post. This one contained more Snapchat videos.
This one's creepy.
The Redditor starts the follow-up post by giving a summary of the last few days. He said he showed the video to his partner, and the both of them concluded that it really could have been anything.
Yeah, it really could have, but there's this is the part where it gets a little bit creepy, guys. Hello, T, how are you? I'm glad you can join us. But I'm going to let you guys know that this next part is going to be a little bit more fucked up. Battle, relax your anus. It's going to get a little bit more fucked up. I've had those happen too.
The video was too low quality to immediately assume that it was someone looking inside the house from the backyard. Realistically, it could have just been an animal for all they knew, like a deer. Even still,
I've never seen a deer walk up to a door though and just go, "Hey, what's in there? That looks nice in there. Do you guys have some salt licks? I would really love some salt licks. I'm a 30-point buck."
the Redditor explained that for the next few days he would always carry a fully charged, repurposed old phone to use as a camera if needed. Throughout those days, nothing happened except for the occasional outside motion sensor light turning on, which the Redditor admitted to not know.
Yeah, I'm going to point this out. And he just mentioned people in the city will find that creepy. But if you live in the country like I do and you have motion sensors, those things will trip if a fucking squirrel runs by. Fucking deer just like pops its head out of the fucking bushes. All of a sudden, light. I've had that happen where I was sitting outside, enjoying the night air, smoking a cigarette, fucking looking at the stars, and all of a sudden the lights go on. And I can't see why they go on. One time I actually went to figure out why the lights went on, and there was a rabbit there.
Knowing if this was abnormal or if he was just being hypersensitive. Finally, a night would come where he would again be home alone. His parents were out for the night and his partner was out working. He was playing games on Steam with some friends. This went on for a couple hours, when around 10:15 p.m. he started hearing relatively loud banging sounds, loud enough to be heard over the headset he had on. They were coming from outside the screen door, and he described them as sounding like something scraping or banging around on the back pavement. He slowly took off his headphones and pulled out his phone to record as he searched the house.
Okay, guys, this is going to be the creepy part. I will pause it when at the one part, and I'm going to play something for you guys. By the way, I know a lot of gamers play games in the dark, so that's not weird. But just watch. He sounds just very afraid, by the way. Now this is just turning into really bad horror YouTube, but it goes to a point. I know the feeling. I lived in the country my whole entire life. Sometimes I'm like, what the fuck? By the way, I am pretty sure none of us saw this. I'm pretty sure that none of you saw it. I actually did not fucking pause it to show you, but I am pretty sure none of you saw it. Allow me to continue.
The sounds he referenced can be heard. The only easy way to get in the backyard was down the left side of the house, so he proceeds to look out one of the windows that shows that side. Something loud then occurs from outside on the opposite end of the house near the kitchen window. He walks over there and turns on the kitchen light while filming out the window, but he doesn't see anything, so he stops recording. He mentions how he didn't call the police in that moment. With that, he posts the update.
Yep.
People immediately started making edits to the video, trying to see if it actually captured someone outside.
By the way, here's a spoiler. They didn't catch anybody outside. They did not catch anybody outside. Oh, T saw it. Okay. You freaked out and scrolled down? Oh, I'm sorry, T. But T saw it? Okay. Well, guess what, guys?
Reddit user Abel Carbon made a reply to the post, claiming that the video didn't show someone outside the house, but that it did
It showed somebody inside the house.
show someone inside the house. He made lighting edits to the very start of the video where the Redditor walks through the living room. He then compared this to the end of the video, showing the exact same spot in the living room.
Just watch. What's that right there, guys? What is that? What is that?
What in the teddy fuck is that?
Again.
What in the teddy fuck is that?
Yeah. Look at it, guys. Isn't it fucked up? Now watch. Here's him coming back through. That was in that corner. It was in that corner right there.
A person is shown inside the house, and
There's a person standing right there. And you can tell it's a person this time because you can actually make out a face. Okay.
not only that, but they had to have been moving around it while the video was being filmed. They're in the corner of the living room at the start of the video, but not at the end.
And they're smart because if you remember, they had to, the person who enhanced the video had to enhance darkness. So that's why a lot of us probably didn't see this at first, because he's wearing all black clothing. This person is smart enough to know that you wear black clothing to hide in shadows. That is why Batman is very effective.
The Redditor responded to this comment almost immediately. I'm going to pack a bag and get us out of here now.
And he did, by the way. He left, and that is actually the whole entire story of the Snapchat intruder. Now, I have my theories on what this could be, okay? I am not automatically going to say that this is a hoax. Okay? I'm not. Here's why. The way he's breathing in the video when he's looking out the window shows that he's actually terrified. He's home alone, and he heard sounds outside. So he goes into fight or flight mode, films it. But what I do think is that he has friends that like to pull pranks on him. That is my theory. that this was his friends fucking with him. Okay? That is my opinion. Yeah, seriously, what the fuck, what the fuck, what the fuck, do the fuck, what the fuck. I know, it's fucked up, isn't it, guys? But, yes, that is every mystery that I have for you this week. Friday, I am going to be live with the Pigeon Salad. And one of my friends who I'm going to actually show the fucking PNG she picked. Her name is Katie. She is a woman who has worked with police before and training police. She basically was a dummy person who they brought in to help train police. And she has a criminal justice degree, a bachelor's degree to be exact. She is joining us for the Mama Max stream. And this is the PNG she chose. She chose that this should represent her. Okay? All I know is Battle Puppet is losing his shit and I love it. Yeah, I know. Battle Puppet losing his shit is kind of funny. But we're going to be doing a deep dive into Mama Max. I'm bringing on one of my closest friends who has a history with law enforcement to actually look at the claims of Mama Max. We're going to do something that a lot of streamers didn't do. We're going to actually bring in somebody who actually knows the law, who can actually give an idea of how fucking stupid Mama Max is. And then on Friday or Saturday, we are going to we're going to have at least Spectre on. I don't know if Z is going to make it. Z has told me that he might not be able to make it. We are going to be talking about Cooking with Cobra 2, this time with sushi. So I'm going to raid somebody because, unfortunately, there is a person who apparently just came online who decided to stream. So we're going to raid somebody. I want y'all to go to Minxie's stream and say Nox Raid. Don't say Poppy Raid. Don't say Mommy Raid. Just say Nox Raid. Because she's mad at me enough with the Poppy and the Mommy. I want her to actually not be mad at me. So we're going to raid Minxie. Later on, K-Huck is going to be streaming at 8:30. If you guys can make it, send her the Poppy Raid. Okay? But for now, I will see you all on Friday. And I hope you have a lovely day.